What's up, Castlers? Ydtd7 here with more Let's Castle action. And today, I'm going to highlight a daily correspondence online chess game between Ydtd with the white pieces against Checkmate and 427 with the black pieces. These two have faced each other 9 times, with Checkmate and 427 winning 6 games and Ydtd winning 2 games. They've also drawn once. This game took place in the finals of the 2024 Independence Day online chess tournament. This was game 2. Ydtd won game 1 and secured another LC title for himself. This game concluded on November 10th, so let's see what happened here. Ydtd starts off with pawn to d4. Checkmate responds with pawn to g6. You then get pawn to e4, pawn to d6, knight c3, bishop g7, knight f3, knight f6, bishop e2, pawn to c6, bishop f4, knight b to d7, queen to d2, pawn to b5, pawn to a3. Ydtd doesn't want his knight to be kicked, and you get pawn to a5. Ydtd pushes his pawn to e5, takes. Checkmate castles kingside, bishop f3, queen to b6, castle kingside. Bishop e6, rook f to d1, rook f d8, queen to f4 by Ydtd, threatening the fork on the c7 square. Rook a7 solves that problem. Rook to d2, Checkmate offers to trade bishops. Ydtd trades off his knight instead. Checkmate recaptures, pawn to c3. Checkmate cleverly backs his knight up to e8, looking to lure Ydtd into trapping his bishop. But Ydtd says don't even try it, and trades the bishops. So the game continues with queen to e5, pawn to e6, pawn to h4, rook c8, rook e1, queen to d8, pawn to h5, pawn break by Checkmate, takes. And after the exchange, Ydtd is up a pawn, but his pawn structure is looking horrible, and he has doubled isolated pawns on the b file, not to mention another isolated pawn on the d file. Advantage Checkmate in 427 as he plays rook b7, targeting the isolated pawn on b4. Excellent move. Takes. Pawn to g4 from Ydtd. Checkmate takes the free pawn on b4 and equalizes the material count. Well done. King g2, knight e8, pawn to g5. Checkmate looks to trade queens. Ydtd rejects the trade. Knight d6, queen to e5 by Ydtd. Checkmate hops the knight onto f5, offering to exchange the queens again and win a pawn in the process. Just a phenomenal move by Checkmate in 427, aka the Candyman. Ydtd tries for shenanigans with rook to h1, threatening mate on h8, but Candyman plays the brilliant move of knight h4 check. Ydtd steps his king up out of check, takes and swap queens, takes, then rook c1, connects his rooks on the 4th rank, and he's definitely in the driver's seat. We continue with rook to g1, rook f4 check, king g2, rook f to e4, and the pawn is going to fall. King to f1, Checkmate snatches the pawn and goes up 1 material point. Rook g3 from Ydtd, rook to f5, king e2, king f8. Both players getting their kings involved since we are in the endgame now. Pawn to b3, king to e7, rook to a2 by Ydtd, looking for an attack on the king. Checkmate doubles up on the f-file, looking to win a rook with the skewer. Ydtd checks the king to d6, pawn to f3, rook b4. Checkmate goes after the isolated pawn. And if you didn't know by now, isolated pawns make great targets. Rook to a3, Ydtd defends it. King to e5, king e3, rook f4, king to d3, rook b7. Checkmate looking to double up on the b file to win the pawn. King c3, Ydtd's king is there in time to aid in the defense of the pawn. Rook fb4, rook g2, pawn to d4 check, king c2, king f4. Checkmate goes after the hanging pawn. Ydtd offers a trade of rooks, takes. And now Ydtd has a passer on the a file. Rook b4, Checkmate targets it. Pawn to a5, Checkmate gets under it. Ydtd harasses the rook with his king, but Checkmate gobbles up the pawn, and Candyman now leads by 2 material points. Rook g4 check, king e3, pawn to f4. The pawn is safe for now. Checkmate harasses the rook. Rook g1, rook to d5. Checkmate playing fundamentally sound now as he places his rook behind the passed pawn. Well done. King c2. Checkmate takes opposition to the king. Ydtd says get off this rank. Checkmate says no, you get off. to which Ydtd obliges. Rook f5, king to d3, rook takes f4, and checkmate goes up by 3 material points. And that was all she wrote, as checkmate had the pawn majority and a rock-solid position here. They played 23 more moves, and Ydtd ended up timing out, but this game was decided long before that, and checkmate gets the victory and a tie for first place, which means he secures another LC Daily title for himself. Kudos to the Candyman. Well done. Thanks for joining me on the Let's Castle channel for another exciting chess video. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Let's Castle chess action. We've got plenty more moves to make and games to play, so don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay up to date on our latest content. And as always, I'm Ydtd07 telling you to stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.